morning, students. Let us continue the first chapter. Last class we discussed some equations of motion. These three are the equations of motion. Then force equation, F is equal to m into a. Now we will solve some numericals based on it. Before solving the numericals, I will give you some hints regarding the solution method. In any numerical, if it is given, a body starts from rest. That means its initial velocity must be taken as 0. U means initial velocity. It must be taken as 0 in such cases. Then, in any numerical, if it is given, a body comes to rest or body stops after some time, its final velocity V must be taken as 0. Next point, if any body is falling towards Earth, its acceleration A must be taken as plus g, positive g. If any body is moving away from Earth, its acceleration must be taken as minus g. G value is 9.8 meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. Whatever value is given in the question, that must be used, g value. If it is not given in the question, you are free to choose either 9.8 or 10 meter per second square. Then next, about the formula for force. Force acting on a moving body can be either accelerating force or retarding force. Accordingly, you have to choose the formula. If force is an accelerating force, formula is mass into acceleration. If force is a retarding force, formula is mass into retardation. Then how to find out retardation? It is the negative acceleration. You find out acceleration by using any of the suitable formula, then reverse its sign, then you will get the retardation. Now let us solve some sampled numericals. You may see a textbook, page number 5. Question is given. I will read out the question and show you how to solve it. A body of mass 5 kg moving with a velocity of 4 meter per second is brought to rest after covering a distance of 10 meter. Consider this as the moving body. Its mass is given 1 kg. It is moving with a velocity of 4 meter per second. Means initial velocity is 4 meter per second. It is brought to rest after covering a distance of 10 meter. Means it travels a distance of 10 meter and it stops here. Stops means final velocity is 0. Then calculate the retardation produced by the retarding force. Retarding force, a body, moving body gets stopped means some retarding force might have acted on it. That retarding force you have to find out. Retarding force formula is mass into retardation. Mass is already given. So retardation you have to find out. So let us find out A first, acceleration first. Then you can choose the suitable formula to calculate this A. M into A will give the force. M is available, A we have to find out. So suitable formula you can select from here. S, U, V are available. Then which formula you can use? Choose the suitable formula. You can use this formula. Third formula, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. V value is 0. U 4 square plus 2 into A unknown, S is 10 meter. Before substituting the numbers, you check whether all the given numbers are in same system or not. Generally, we follow SI system to solve the numericals. So let us proceed. 4 square 16 plus 20A. Then 20A is equal to minus 16. A is equal to minus 16 by 20 we can this is the acceleration. Okay, you can cancel and make this in simple fractions, then you will get minus 4 by 5 meter per second square is the acceleration. Now, how to get the retardation? Retardation is negative acceleration. You have to change the sign of it. That means it becomes 4 by 5 meter per second square. Okay, this is the retardation. Now you can find out the retarding force. Retarding force is mass into retardation. Mass is 5 kg into retardation is 4 by 5 meter per second square. So answer 5 gets cancelled. 4 Newton. Kilogram meter per second square short form is Newton. So you will get the answer as 4 Newton. So the retarding force which stops this body is of 4 Newton. This is the way to find out the retarding force. Now let us see one more numerical. Same page, you can see another numerical just below that. A body is thrown upward with an initial velocity of 14 meter per second. Calculate the maximum height covered by the body. G is given as 9.8 meter per second square. A body thrown upward. Suppose this is the body we are throwing upward. Its initial velocity is given as 14 meter per second. Initial velocity. And calculate the maximum height. Suppose this is the maximum height reached by the body. That maximum height reached, that is the displacement happened to the body, that is to be calculated. Then when a body reaches at the maximum height, final velocity is 0. Body stops there, means final velocity is 0. Since the body is moving upward, its acceleration is minus g, that is minus 9.8 meter per second square. So from these known values, you have to find out s. So here the suitable formula is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Let us solve with that formula. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Substitute the values. V is 0, u 14 square plus 2 into, in the place of a, minus g must be written, that is minus 9.8 into s. Then let us proceed. 0, 196, 14 square minus 19.6 into s. So 19.6 s is equal to 196, and s is equal to so the maximum distance reached by the body is 10 meter. Now let us go to the next topic, translational or linear motion. Consider a body which is kept freely, and when we apply some force on it, the body starts moving along a straight line. This is known as translational motion or linear motion. Next one, rotational motion. Consider a pivoted body. Pivoted body means this body is pivoted or fixed at a point. Then on such bodies, if you apply the force, for example, look at this diagram. If you apply some force, the body will not make any linear motion. It will not go upward. Instead, the body will turn. It will rotate. This is known as rotational motion. Look at second example. Here, another pivoted body, but force is applied in downward direction. So in this case also body will rotate, but in opposite direction to the first one. The first example, this force will make the body to rotate in anti-clockwise direction, and this force will make the body to rotate in clockwise direction. So this is known as rotational motion. Now next topic, moment of force. It is also known as torque. It is the turning effect produced by a force. Whenever force is applied on a pivoted body, the body gets turned. The turning effect is known as moment of force, or it is also called as torque. And the formula to find out moment is force into perpendicular distance. Moment depends on two factors, the force applied and the perpendicular distance. Here the perpendicular distance means it is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the pivoted point. Okay, what is the meaning of line of action of force? Look at the first example. This is the force. You just extend it. Extend this line with a dotted line. This dotted line is known as line of action of force. From that line, measure the perpendicular distance to the turning point. For example, look at this diagram. This is the perpendicular distance. OA is the perpendicular distance. So, moment depends on the force applied and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the turning point. Let us solve one numerical. Suppose the force applied is 100 Newton and this perpendicular distance OA is 2 meter. Then how much will be the moment? Moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Force is 100 Newton into perpendicular distance is 2 meter. So 200 Newton meter is the moment. Then moment is a vector quantity. In this example, the body will turn in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise moment is considered as positive. And the unit of moment is Newton meter. That is the SI unit. Force is measured in Newton, distance is measured in meter. So Newton meter is the SI unit, CGS unit is dyne centimeter. If you use gravitational units for force, the units are kilogram force meter or gram force centimeter. These are the different units of moment of force. Then let us go to one more numerical. Look at this diagram. Suppose the force here is 200 Newton and perpendicular distance. To measure the perpendicular distance, extend this. This is the line of action of force from the pivoted point. Measure the perpendicular distance to the line of action of force. Suppose it is 3 meter, then moment is force into perpendicular distance. 200 Newton into 3 meter, 600 Newton meter. In this case, the turning effect will be in clockwise direction. Clockwise moment is considered as negative moment. Then, to find out the direction of rotation, we use a rule called screw rule. Let us see what is screw rule. Consider a screw. Suppose you have applied some force at this point in upward direction. You might have turned the screw. Okay, suppose you are giving some force in upward direction at this point. Can you tell in which direction the screw will turn? It will turn anti-clockwise. Then if force was here at this point in upward direction, what will happen to the screw? In which direction it will turn? Clockwise. So this is the way to apply screw rule. This rule will help you to know in which direction the body will turn. Now let us see some more points regarding this moment. Force of 100 Newton is applied on a pivoted body. O is the pivoted point. Let us calculate how much will be the moment. Moment direction is anti-clockwise. Body will turn anti-clockwise when you apply this force. So draw the line of action of force. Measure the perpendicular distance. Suppose this distance is 5 meter. Then moment will be. Moment is force into perpendicular distance. 100 into 5, 500 Newton meter. This is case 1. Now what I am going to do is same force I will apply on the same body, pivoted body, but this position of the force, the where I am applying the force, I am going to change. Same force 100 Newton is applied at another point. Now let us find out what is the moment. Case 2. Again draw the line of action of force. This is the line of action of force. Suppose this distance is 3 meter. This perpendicular distance OA is 3 meter. Then what is the moment? Moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. 100 into 3. 300 Newton meter. Same force, same body, but in this case the perpendicular distance decreased. Earlier it was 5 meter, the force was acting 5 meter away from the turning point, then the moment was 500 Newton meter. When the distance, perpendicular distance decreases, moment decreases. Then again, third case, I am shifting this force to another point. Same force, 100 Newton is applied at another point, case 3. Let us see what will be the moment now. Again, draw the line of action of force. The line of action of force passes through the turning point. So, moment will be force into perpendicular distance. Here, perpendicular distance is 0 because the line of action of force is passing through the turning point or pivoted point. So, moment is 100 into 0, perpendicular distance 0. So 0 Newton meter means this force will not produce any moment. Important point to remember, if any force passes through the pivoted point, that force cannot produce any moment. Let us solve one more numerical. A door. These are the hinges of the door. To open or close the door, we have to apply some force anywhere on the door. It makes a moment. door will turn either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Like that it gets opened or closed. Then here width of the door is 1 meter, and this is the axis of rotation of the door. This dotted line is the axis of rotation. Around this axis door will turn. And the force applied here, first case I am applying some force at this point. Usually handle on the door will be at the edge. Here I am applying some force on the handle. The force of 100 Newton I am applying. Thereby the door is moving. Then how much is the moment? Very easy to calculate. Moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Force is 100 Newton. Perpendicular distance means width of the door. It is force into perpendicular distance. Force is 100 Newton. This is the line of action of force. This is the axis of rotation of the door. Door rotates around this axis of rotation. Line of action of force is here. So the perpendicular distance is 1 meter, so moment is 100 Newton into 1 meter. 100 Newton meter is the moment required for this door to move. Then if a person tries to open this door by applying a force at the middle, here a man applies the force at the middle of the door, then what difference it makes? How much force he has to apply, whether same force or less or more, let us calculate. You know the moment required to move this door is a fixed amount. It is 100 Newton meter. Okay, then and this perpendicular distance, since it is midpoint, it is only 0.5 meter. Total width is 1 meter. This midpoint means this length is 0.5 meter. So how much force is required in this case? Use the same formula. Moment is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Moment, already you know, moment required for this door to turn is 100 Newton meter is the moment. Moment is equal to force unknown. Perpendicular distance 0.5 meter, and F is equal to 100 upon 0.5. That means 1000 upon 5. That means 200 Newton. If the man applies the force at the midpoint to open the door, he has to apply 200 Newton, double force. The reason is less the perpendicular distance decreases, means the force required will increase because moment is fixed. To move this door, the moment required is a fixed amount, 100 Newton meter. If the perpendicular distance is more, force required will be less. If perpendicular distance decreases, more force will be required. So the door can be opened with the minimum force if you apply at a maximum distance from the axis of rotation. That is the reason why the handle of the door are usually fixed at the edge only. You may not have seen anywhere the handle of the door kept anywhere here. Usually it is at the edge. So maximum will be the perpendicular distance. With the least force you can open or close the door. Another example, life example, you might have tried it. If you try to open a gate by holding somewhere in the middle of the gate, like this point, you have to give more force. But if you are holding at the edge of the gate, less force is required. This is the reason. More the perpendicular distance, less will be the force required. Some more examples. In heavy vehicle, the steering wheel of the vehicles, in light vehicles like car and all, and heavy vehicles like truck, the size of the steering wheel is different. Okay, what is the benefit of having a big steering wheel and a small steering wheel? Imagine the driver keeps his hand at this point to apply the force, in this case here. and turning point. These are the turning points. Okay, so in this case, see the perpendicular distance is more in this case. More the perpendicular distance, less will be the force required. So in heavy vehicles, steering wheels of bigger diameter are used. Then another example, spanner. In your textbook the diagram is given, you may look at. A spanner is used to turn a nut either clockwise or to loosen the nut or to tighten the nut. A spanner is used. If a spanner has long handle, means when we use a spanner, we hold at the edge of the spanner and the screw is the body which gets turned. Okay, so the distance from the point of or line of action of force to the turning point of the nut, midpoint of the nut is the turning point. That perpendicular distance is more, means less, with less force you can turn the nut. So if you use a spanner with a long handle, with less force you can turn the nut. In all these examples, same theory is applied.